Good morning guys. So a chilly start here today on Lake Prespa. I think it got down to about -4 last night and it's not much warmer now. But we had a wicked time for my birthday the other day. It coincided with Orthodox New Year's Day, so there was just people like walking around the streets, drumming, dancing, wearing costumes, going into shops and stuff, asking for money. It was pretty cool to see. We went out for a nice Macedonian meal as well, which is all I really wanted to do for my birthday, so I got to do that. So today we're heading up deep into the mountains nearby, a few hours away, to a village called Zovic to find a famous bridge. And hopefully, because our Macedonian friend's going to be joining us, we'll be able to have a chat to some of the few remaining villagers that live up there as well. Let's go! We left the freezing shores of Lake Prespa behind us and drove into Bitola to meet up with our friend Petze. We picked him up at his family restaurant and began to ascend into the frozen tundra of the Mariovo mountains. I ain't seen nothing of the sweet sunshine. Sometimes spent in the penitentiary kept me away from the 21st century.
How did you get that in there?
Stop for a coffee here then?
Yeah, sounds good. Not a bad view.
Not bad.
Continued our drive through the windy roads and scarcely populated mountains of Mariovo, one of Macedonia's most historic regions. This area was spared from the invasion of the Turks and remained autonomous during the Ottoman Empire, free from Islamization. However, it has seen a sharp decline in population in recent years, and now just a few hundred inhabitants remain.
I would live my life inside. Some say they respect me, but I know this is
Wow!
This is another vlog I saw. Look at that dog at the top. That's a huge.
Wow, so many sheep. Oh, it's a baby one. Wow, look at this place.
Incredible.
So beautiful.
These empty houses. Can you imagine at some point this place was developed actually?
Really?
Yeah.
they're the road ends.
Yep.
So here we are in the bustling town of Zovich. So we're going to go down and have a look for the movie bridge and then see who's about. Maybe have a chat to some of the locals. What a cool looking place.
I would have loved to sit down there.
Oh, no, don't do that. Down, please. No fighting, no.
They know you don't like it, that's why they always do it to you everywhere we go.
Down, down. Hide their wives.
Yeah, so people don't see them and they don't curse them and I don't know.
Oh.
This is probably not the way.
The walls are built high,
Yeah.
so they can hide their wives.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Turks had more wives, I think.
Wow.
You know, armies bring a lot of wine with them.
Yeah, oh, so that's all stored underground somewhere?
Yeah, and one bottle is 8,000 euros. And usually when you find them, you don't find 10 bottles, you find like 100 or 500 bottles.
Wow.
So multiply that.
So all around here, potentially
Somewhere,
there's
yeah.
thousands of bottles of
Yeah.
wine stored underground.
You can't know for sure because nobody's gonna bury the gold next to him. Maybe the front was there, but they came here to bury it.
So we've arrived in Zovich in the Niger Mountains, and we're in Mariovo, which is actually one of the oldest parts of Macedonia. And this area was densely populated during the Ottoman Empire when people came here to seek refuge from the Turks. But since then it's become gradually abandoned and only a handful of people live here now.
So we've actually come to this area to find the famous movie bridge. From the other side of the valley we did get a little glimmer of it, but we've walked over here now to try and find it, and we're really struggling to find the place. So we can hear the water, so the bridge has surely got to be around here somewhere. Let's go take a little look.
We found it.
We found it?
Yep.
Ah, cool.
So the bridge looks pretty old, but it wasn't actually built until 1956, when in 1950 the old wooden bridge that was here collapsed under the weight of a local villager, his cart and his oxen. The man was taken to hospital, but he survived, and the villagers started collecting stones to build the new bridge, and now it's become somewhat of a famous bridge. It's been named Movie Bridge, presumably because it's appeared in some films, and lots of locals come and gather here in the summer because the river running beneath the bridge is fed by a spring, and so it's always ice cold. This is the old grain mill. This place is not a toilet. I hate to think of what might have been going on here. Should we go in?
Wow. Check this out. Wow, it's still got the old stuff in here.
Oh my god, you can see through the floor. Careful.
Wow, that's neat.
These are the old grinding stones, aren't they? The things that actually crush the grain.
Yeah, it looks like it.
The water would power the propellers, and the propellers would rotate the stone, and the stone would crush the grain.
I don't know, man. There's been a donking noise, and it's kind of been getting worse ever since we got our tyres changed last December, in December time.
I know, it's really bad.
And it was literally once they changed them over, this banging noise has happened, and I can't see anything loose under there.
Okay, sure, it goes over bumps. Doesn't make the noise.
It makes the noise.
We got speaking to a local resident who'd come over to take a look at the noise coming from underneath our van. He explained to us about how the movie bridge got its name, thanks to a famous Macedonian director who shot 2 of his movies here, bringing fame to the village of Zovic. The building of a paved road was also vital to bringing tourism to the region, and cut travel time to the city down from 12 hours to 1. Before, it would have taken the villagers a day to reach the market
or hospital, and many people died just trying to see a doctor. Times were hard here during the era of Yugoslavia, and many villagers relocated to the cities to work in factories. In each village there were 4 to 5 people who enforced Tito's regime on their neighbours, and lived like kings in doing so until the fall of communism in 1991, when living conditions finally improved for people here.
Ajde pozdrav.
Pozdrav sam najva, čao, čao.
Ciao.
Guy up there, look.
There's another one. I don't think they are the dogs.
Oh yeah. There's a dog right there. He looks scary. Look.
Oh god.
Well, if you go out and it attacks you, the shepherd can call it off.
Go on, off you go.
Yeah, right.
And then we can talk to him. Go on, go out there, I dare you.
No, you go out there.
I will. I don't mind.
I think it kind of looks okay, but it could turn at any minute.
Coming. Wow, this is huge.
Where are his ears, man?
Look at the size of that dog.
So we were just going to go and have a chat to this shepherd maybe, but I think these dogs have kind of got other ideas. They're very big and vicious looking sheepdogs. I don't fancy my chances out there, do you?
Probably not.
Let's just go to the next village.
Oh, it's so horrible to look at. Oh my god. Is that how big a wolf is? Is that not a boar? Its
It could be.
its tail looks more like a boar. No, that looks kind of wolfy from this side. So apparently the villagers like to hang up wolf skins from the tree to put off the rest of the wolves from coming and getting their sheep. It's kind of morbid. And apparently there's a lot of wolves in this area.
All locked up and lacking in love. Got no faith in nothing
I really hope you enjoyed Zovic as much as we did. It was absolutely incredible to get up there today and see a bit more of rural Macedonia. So now we've driven back down into Bitola. We're going to go to Petse's restaurant, have some nice traditional food, and then make our way a little bit further west.
So his mum has made us a delicious feast. This is tavše gravše, which is one of the few vegetarian Macedonian dishes. And it's basically stewed beans. It smells amazing. And of course various pickled things and some rakia to wash it down.
Of course.
Don't know
Don't know what more I can say. The food here is incredible. That's all I need to say.
There's a man too tough to cry.
Really enjoyed our time up in the wild mountains of Macedonia in the little town called Zovic. It was so incredible to see the wild areas and, you know, barely lived in anymore. It's only really become popular in the last couple of years to the bridge that we saw up there, as the locals were saying, and you know, it's really nice to see actually from the local kind of point of view about the village and his hopes for the future of the place. It was really nice. So yeah, it was also really good to have someone local to come with us because it just makes it much more better. Petse, his family are absolutely incredible. Cannot thank them enough. The food that his mum was making was absolutely divine. If you're ever in Macedonia, I completely recommend that you go to the cafe or the bistro and try out the food. It was delicious.
They were so hospitable, weren't they?
Weren't they just? Yeah. It just goes for all Macedonians actually. Everyone has been so hospitable. So what you saw on camera was very reflective of the whole country, I've got to say. Yeah.
So yeah, we've been staying at Lake Prespa for the last couple of days because we just can't get enough of it here. It is so peaceful, it's unbelievable. We haven't seen a single car go past. We saw one guy on his boat yesterday. It's just complete and utter silence. And for the first time today, the fog's actually cleared, so you can see the view behind us, and it is stunning. We've had this thing called freezing fog here the past few days. All of the trees, all the plants are covered in white, and it's just beautiful, isn't it?
It's a really thick frost, yeah. It's otherwise called rime, I think, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah,
it.
and yeah, the fog is literally like freezing everything around it.
Including
So,
us.
For a few metres off the ground, nothing was frozen, but where the fog starts sitting like a couple of metres up, everything was totally frozen solid. So it's a really cool thing to see, and I've never seen it before anywhere else.
No.
And yeah, it's really good. As you can see, Lake Prespa behind us is beautiful today in all of its glory. It's like a glass lake out there. It's just so incredibly still.
So still.
And the only thing we can hear today is birds and us rabbiting on camera. Nothing else.
But we did find out something interesting about Lake Prespa with it, which is that it's actually draining into Lake Ohrid, which is just across the mountain from here. It's draining through the mountains. So where we're parked right now, a few months ago, maybe a year ago, we might have been underwater. It's quite interesting to see. But it's funny that we mentioned Ohrid because that is actually our next destination. Because tomorrow is the 19th of January and they have this Orthodox celebration where a priest blesses a cross, throws it into a body of water such as a lake or a river, and all of these crazy men jump in and fetch it. And let me tell you, I washed my hair in that lake this morning. It is freezing.
Yeah, they're crazy, man. I mean, we have a similar thing back in Cornwall, you know, on Boxing Day. Everyone just and Christmas Day as well, everyone runs into the sea at the beaches. And I think that's bonkers, but you know, the sea's cold in England all year round, but this is something else. And it's not just the water that's cold, the air is quite literally freezing. Everything here is frozen, it has been for days now. And I just think they're mental, man. It's so crazy. So we're going to go and see how they do it tomorrow, and yeah, it should be good fun. And then I think we're going to go and have a look around Ohrid, the old town of Ohrid, and see what we can find there as well. So, hope you enjoy.
But I know it's just afraid. They call me the king of the cage. That's my shame. Reputation counts, the baddest of the bad. That's me, fucking mad. Come here and give me that. 'Cause I'm a dead lost me. Don't cross me.